Well, I'm joined now by the director of the film, Phil Hawkins, and two of the stars, Lee Boardman and Gordon Burns. I'll start first with you, Phil. Most movies take months to be made and on big budgets, so how on earth do you make this one in 48 hours on such a tiny budget?
Well, basically it was kind of approaching it like theatre, you know, have actors that are willing to do this crazy idea, get a lot of cameras and run it in sort of 15-20 minute blocks as opposed to in 3-4 minute scenes. And sure enough, in 2 days we managed to shoot the whole movie. And
you took over a street in Cheadle?
Yes, we did. We a kind couple let us use their house. It's kind of extended onto the street in order to take place where this massive media circus takes over the street. So yeah, in Cheadle.
So Lee, what pressure did this put on you? I mean, you are the star of the film, you had probably the most to say, and yet you had to deliver it all within this 48-hour period.
It's hard having to learn your lines scene by scene as it goes. But in this, we were having to shoot 45 minutes a day for 2 days. So you were having to learn, 15 pages at a time. But it's amazing what you can do with constant rehearsal and constant sort of, preparation and just repeating, and with quality actors around you as well, like Gordon.
Thank you. And Gordon, your role in the film, it was pretty small, wasn't it? Well, it was fairly small, but I don't think you judge a film by the length of time you're on the screen. It's the quality and the impact of the performance, which I think was pretty good, really, as I'm not an actor normally. But well, the question you should be asking is how they made it in this £20,000 budget, and possibly it was the fact that they didn't pay anybody. Well, actually, I'll decide on the questions I'm going to ask, but nonetheless, I will ask you, Phil, that if it was £20,000 budget, was the reason for this that many of the people who took part weren't actually paid?
Well, a lot of people volunteer their time because we are donating money to Amnesty International through the film. So a lot of kind people, such as Gordon and Lee, took part in this film in order to raise some money and make this innovative
So what happens to the profits, though? That's what I want to know. We weren't paid anything, and yet it's a big hit, this film.
I wasn't paid.
See,
I'm wearing my dad's jacket
having a
today.
helicopter and a Porsche is really expensive. And especially driving around Manchester, so...
The crew were paid.
They weren't they?
Yeah, they were. I wasn't paid a thing. Did you get lunch?
I didn't get anything.
No, I didn't get anything.
I mean, when I did Drop Dead Gorgeous with you in this very studio, I had a Winnebago outside.
You had your name on the front of it, didn't you?
And I had meals provided and all the rest.
There were 3 meals a day.
And I got paid and still get extra payments.
That's disgraceful.
And Lee, how did you feel working alongside somebody like Gordon, who you worked with before on Drop Dead Gorgeous?
In the job that I'm in, you kind of go from set to set every 2 months. You're working with a different group of actors. Sometimes you're working with really fabulous, famous, world-class actors that you learn a lot from. But I've never learned as much on any set as when I was working with Gordon.
Well, that's very kind of you to say so. I did feel I put something into that movie that might not have been there.
You're a giver. You're a giver. That's what everybody says about you.
I'd like to have been a taker as well, but sadly that was not to be.
No, unfortunately.
And Gordon, has this film changed you at all? I mean, do you see yourself as having a career in movies from now on? Well, it's interesting because when I do Northwest Tonight, obviously I've got my news head on and have to prepare interviews and so on. This was a whole new dimension, and I gather that people generally felt my performance was fairly special. And so, the person to ask really is Phil, because he's going to make more movies. Is he likely to have me? Because I quite would like to have a starring role in a movie.
I think if you do lower your fee slightly, Gordon, then we can talk.
How can you lower your fee from nothing?
Well, films need funding. So, if you want to make a film and put money into making a film, I'm quite happy to...
On that basis, I think I'll just stay with what I am doing. And finally, people will obviously be very keen to see this movie and the performances of people like Lee and in particular Gordon. How can they see it?
Well, we've actually released it online. We released it yesterday at the Edinburgh Film Festival. So now you can see it from our website, beingsoldthemovie.com, and it's available now just to buy and watch.
Do you want to come and watch it at my place?
No, not after the last time. I'm sorry.
Well, that wasn't my fault. OK, gentlemen, that's all we've got time for. So Phil, Lee and Gordon, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you.